What other comic books were your favorite that you can think of?
Yes. So in the beginning, it was Superman, Justice League of America, Archie Comics, of course, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Huge Fantastic Four fan. First, they called them Marvel's first family. Those were like the first ones. And I used to buy, sometimes I would buy Gold Key Comics. And Gold Key Comics were, they would adapt the Saturday morning shows into stories. And so if it was a Scooby-Doo episode, you can see the comic book version of the same story. Yeah. And sometimes I would buy those because we had a black and white television. And at least I could see the story now in color.
Yeah.
You know, because I was one of those, I feel like our family was like the last family on the block to get a color television. And someone who was a fan of television, I was just like, please, please, please. And one day I came home and there was the color TV.
Wow.
I was shocked. I was like, finally. You know? But a thing I used to do, which is kind of crazy, and my brother said he would blackmail me and tell people what I was doing. I used to take my comic books and pretend that they were networks and kind of program them.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
so,
pretty dang, you were like manifesting over there.
and my brother said, I'm going to tell everybody what's going on in the basement, you know?
Your dirty little hobby.
Right, exactly. And so one day I said, all right, well, tell them. And he did, and our friends were like, huh? Like they didn't understand.
Yeah.
And I just kind of laughed at my brother. I said, well, you can't hold that over my head anymore.
That's right.
So that was that.